Peace and blessings, family. I'm deciding to do a continuation from my last video just to kind of break down some of the nuance of things I may have not covered. So I hope that this message finds y'all well. And remember that you do not need a teacher. These words I pray that you would take into consideration. But also you seek Yahweh with a genuine heart. Genuine and authentic heart, and Yahweh himself through his son by his spirit, he will reveal these things to you. Just wanted to get into real quick, what is the Torah? The Torah is the first 5 books of the scriptures, which we know as Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. I share that because some people may be asking, okay, well, how do you keep it? What is there to keep? What's not to keep? I highly suggest that you would just read from Genesis through Deuteronomy. As I'm doing myself right now, I'm on the path learning Yahweh's ways. And there's things that I did not know about that we now keep and do. So we apply as we learn, right? So that's why it's important, because you can sin without knowing it. You can be doing things that are not wise for you and are not good for you without knowing it. People sin knowingly and unknowingly. Like, for example, I'm sure that some people have, for like an explicit, straight up honesty, some people probably many people grow up thinking that masturbation is not a sin. And they don't know about it until they come to the revelation of Yahushua, Christ, and then they repent of their sin. So there's things that we are ignorant of, and the Most High, the Almighty Power, he says that his people perish for a lack of knowledge. So it's important that we understand and know what the law is, what instructions are, and where are we supposed to find them. We find them in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Now, this is speaking to the house of Israel. It's talking to the nation of Israel. But Yahweh says that there is one Torah for the Israelites and for the rest of the world. And any man who follows them will be blessed. So obviously we have to follow them through the revelation of Christ. So I just wanted to read these verses, Old and New Testament, just to further reiterate what's being said. Okay, so let's start with Messiah's words. Again, I love this because this is foundational and this clarifies a lot. This answers a lot of questions for us. I'm reading from the Scriptures 2009. I just like that one because it has, the names of the Most High written in Hebrew. As I'm learning Hebrew, it's just fun to read and learn. They use some words that are a little bit more accurate, as far as I know. So Matthew chapter 5, verses 17 through 19. Do not think that I am come to destroy the Torah or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to complete. For truly I say to you, till heaven and earth pass away, 1 yod or 1 tittle shall by no means pass from the Torah, till all be done. Whoever then breaks one of the least of these commands and teaches men so shall be called least in the reign of heavens. But whoever does and teaches them, he shall be called great in the reign of the heavens. So, that's the first one. Now let's go into, we're going to stick to the Old Testament for now. We're going to go into Exodus, verse 19. Where you at, 19? 5 through 6. Okay. And now, if you diligently obey my voice and shall guard my covenant, then you shall be my treasured possession above all the peoples, for all the earth is mine. Okay. Go to Go to. I kind of just picked some that I really enjoyed, but there's many more. There's way more than I'm showing. Just Salakia. Salakia means forgive me. Okay, so Psalm 1 through 2. Blessed is the man who shall not walk in the counsel of the wrong, and shall not stand in the path of sinners, and shall not sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the Torah of Yahweh, and he meditates in his Torah day and night. Okay, let's go to Psalm 19, 7 through 8. The Torah of Yahweh is perfect, bringing back the being. The being is a soul. The witness of Yahweh is trustworthy, making wise the simple. The orders of Yahweh are straight, rejoicing the heart. The command of Yahweh is clear, enlightening the eyes. The fear of Yahweh is clean, standing forever. The right rulings of Yahweh are true. They are righteous altogether. Okay, so let's go in the book of Joshua. I just seen Joshua. Where you at, Josh? Where you at? Book of Joshua. Book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. It says, do not let this book of the Torah depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, so that you guard to do according to all that is written in it. For then you shall make your way prosperous and act wisely. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. And many peoples shall come and say, come and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the Most High, the Elohim of Jacob. Yaakov is Jacob. And let him teach us his ways, and let us walk in his paths. For out of Zion comes forth the Torah and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. So this right here is talking about peoples from other nations who are not the chosen people, who are actually in fact Gentiles. It's saying people will come and say, let's go to the mountain of the Most High Yahweh. Let's go to the house of the Most High, that is Jacob, which is Israel, and let the Most High teach us his ways, and let us walk in his paths. Out of Zion comes the instructions, the Torah of Yahweh, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. So this is the importance, y'all. This is the importance. This is the importance of Yah's instructions. It's very important. These are going to be the things that are not just going to be observed by Gentile nations. I mean, just by Israelites, but also Gentile nations. And these things are going to be revered by them as well. So that's very beautiful. Yahweh's heart for other nations. Let's go Psalms 119. Psalms 119. 119 and 105. Whew, so many. Praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. 119 and then 105. Okay. Nun is one of the letters of the alphabet in Hebrew. It says, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. His word is what he spoke about the Torah. I have sworn and I confirm to guard your right rulings. So the Torah, y'all, the word of the Most High, the instructions, the laws are a lamp to our feet and a light to our path. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the book of Genesis, all the way to the beginning, by Rashaya. Genesis 6:13. And Elohim, the Most High, said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And see, I am going to destroy them from the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and outside. Oh, I apologize. I wrote this down, but I think I may have been reading from the wrong thing, but that's okay. Let's go to 22. I think it's in 22. And Noah did according to all that the Most High commanded him. So he did. Okay, so this is the faith, y'all. We are given a charge and a commandment and an instruction to do, and we do all that he says to do. That's what I was getting to. I apologize. I was a little confused myself. Okay, so let's go back to Psalm 119. I know I'm jumping all over the place. Bear with me. Psalm 119, verse 1 through 2. Blessed are the perfect in the way, who walk in the Torah of Yahweh. Blessed are those who observe his witnesses, who seek him with the whole heart. This is also referring to the Torah. Okay, Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 11, 26 through 28. See, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing, when you obey the commands of Yahweh your Elohim, which I command you today. And the curse, if you do not obey the commands of Yahweh your Elohim, but turn aside from the way which I command you today, to go after other mighty ones, which you have not known. So we know that the Israelites were cursed. The chosen people, these people are still chosen. They were cursed for not obeying the commands. We should not think that wrong or evil would not be brought upon us if we do not obey his commands. It's important. It's important. The chosen people are called to keep them. And they were punished for their sins. So we should not think that people who are not in the fold are not called to keep them as well. So we need to make sure that we are keeping his commands. We need to put our faith in his son first, though. And then we seek out his ways and obey. People are not going to do this perfectly, Like, this is why it's about the journey. We're sanctified, and as we learn more about his ways, we will be an unblemished bride, a perfect bride for him someday when he comes back to get us. Okay, let's go to Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 26. Oh, sorry. I'm on my phone doing this, y'all. Okay, chapter 26, 3 through 4. So Moshe and Eleazar, the priests, spoke with them in the desert plains of Moab, by the Jordan of Jericho, saying, take a census of the people from 20 years old and above, as Yahweh commanded Moshe and the children of Israel who came out of the land of Mizraim. Sorry, I think this was, I miswrote right here too. Anyway, okay, now let's get into some new. Let's get into the renewed covenant, because that's a better way to say that. Okay, let's get into Hebrews chapter 11, verse 7. And as these were going, Yahushai, that word right here in Hebrew is Yahushai, which is Christ, began to say to the crowd concerning John, what did you go out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by wind? Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I'm in Matthew. I'm supposed to be in Hebrews. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna keep it in here too, y'all. I mean, gotta be real. Gotta be real. I gotta pay better attention. Okay, where you at, Hebrews? Where you at, Hebrews? Can't find you. Okay. Okay, now I'm in the right spot. I apologize. Hebrews 11, verse 7. By belief, Noah, having been warned of what was yet unseen, having feared, prepared an ark to save his house, through which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness, which is according to belief. By belief, Abraham obeyed when he was called to go out to the place which he was about to receive as an inheritance, and he went out, not knowing where he was going. By belief, he sojourned in the land of promise as a stranger, dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he was looking for the city having foundations, whose builder and marker is Elohim. By belief also Sarah herself was unable to conceive seed, and she bore a child when she was past the normal age, because she deemed him trustworthy who had promised. Okay, so y'all, it's by belief, but we must believe in what he says. We have to put our trust in his instruction. They believed what he said, and that was counted to them as righteousness. Okay, let me go to John, book of John. Make sure I click the right one now, because John 14 and 15. If you love me, you shall guard my commands. And I shall ask the Father, and he shall give you another helper to stay with you forever, the Spirit of the truth, whom the world is unable to receive, because it does not know him, it does not see him or know him, but you know him, for he stays with you and shall be in you. Okay, John 15. Let's go John 15. Verse 10. If you guard my commands, you shall stay in my love, even as I have guarded my Father's commands and stay in his love. See, this is the part that people are not understanding, y'all. We got to understand this. He says, if you guard my commands, this is the words of Yahushua himself. If you guard my commands, you shall stay in my love, even as I have guarded my Father's commands and stay in his love. Y'all, the commands are found in Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. Okay. And Yahushua himself kept them, and he stayed in his love. So there's some things in there that we should go and learn about. Not everything is applicable to today, and not everything is applicable to everyone in the Torah. There's certain things in the Torah that were given to women, some things given to priests, which we know aren't like a thing anymore. Some things were given to farmers. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Matthew chapter 19. 16 through 17. And see, one came and said to him, Good teacher, what good shall I do to have everlasting life? And he said to him, Why do you call me good? No one is good except one, Elohim. But if you wish to enter into life, guard the commands. Now that's clear as day. And he said to him, Which? And Yahushua said, You shall not murder, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness. Respect your father and mother, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. The young man said to him, All these I have watched over my youth. what do I still lack? Yahushua said to him, if you wish to be perfect, go sell what you have and give to the poor, and you shall have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. And obviously we know the young man heard the word. He went away sad because he had many possessions. Okay. But he told him in the beginning, guard the commands. Let's go to Luke 10. Lucas 10, 25 through 28. And see, a certain one learned in the Torah stood up, trying him, and saying, Teacher, what shall I do to inherit everlasting life? And he said to him, what has been written in the Torah? How do you read it? And he answering said, you shall love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your strength, and with all your mind, and your neighbor as yourself. And he said to him, you have answered rightly. Do this, and you shall live. Yo, it's clear as day. It's clear as day. And we know that this is not a works-based salvation, by the way. It's not works-based. You have to put your faith in the Most High. And we know that this is by also the revelation of his Son, whom he sent. Okay, so Romans 8. People love Romans, man. Romans 8. Verse 4. So that the righteousness of the Torah should be completed in us who do not walk according to the flesh, but according to the Spirit. Plain as day. Matthew 22, 36 through 40. Teacher, which is the great command in the Torah? And Yahushua said to him, you shall love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart, and with all your being, and with all your mind. This is the first and great command, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commands hang all the Torah and the prophets. These two does not negate all of the Torah and the prophets. This is what all the Torah and the prophets hang on. Loving the Most High and loving your brothers around you. Okay? Let's go Romans 13, 8 through 10. Owe no one any matter except to love one another, for he who loves another has filled the Torah. For this, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, you shall not covet. And if there is any other command, it is summed up in this word: you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no evil to a neighbor. Therefore, love is completion of the Torah. Y'all, love does not negate the Torah. But by loving people around you and loving the Most High, you fulfill it, okay? But for the men who have the word, like, go and learn about what is written in the Torah so that you can better keep what he said. Don't be lazy in your faith. Okay, let's go to the book of James. Oh, yeah, James. What book of James at, bro? What book of James? Where you at? Okay, James, cool. 2:17 through 18. So also belief, if it does not have works, is in itself dead. But someone might say, you have belief and I have works. Show me your belief without your works, and I shall show you my belief by my works. You believe that Elohim is one. You do well. The demons also believe, and shudder. But do you wish to know, O foolish man, that the belief without the works is dead? Was not Abraham our father declared right by works when he offered Isaac his son on the slaughter place? Do you see that the belief was working with his works? And by the works, the belief was perfected. Okay. All right. That's beautiful, man. It's in the book of James, chapter 2. Okay. Let's check out 1 John. Check out 1 John, chapter 5, verse 2 through 3. By this we know that we love the children of the Most High, when we love the Most High, Elohim, and guard his commands. For this is the love of Elohim, that we guard his commands, and his commands are not heavy. Beautiful. Okay, let's go to the book of Revelation. Chazan 8, verse 10. Okay. And the third messenger sounded, and a great star fell from the heaven, burning like a torch, and it fell on a third. Hold on. Oh, my bad. Revelation 12. I apologize. 12, verse 17. That's my fault, y'all. I was moving a little too fast. Gotta take your time with this. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to fight with the remnant of her seed, those guarding the commands of the Most High, Elohim, and possessing the witness of Yahushua, Messiah. The dragon is the enemy. It probably is metaphorical for actual real people, but it's a spiritual thing. And the woman is Israel. And they're fighting with the remnant. These are the children that come way after the ancestors of Israel. And who are they? They are the people who guard the commands of Elohim, and they possess the witness of his son, Yahushua. Okay, now let's go to Hebrews. Sorry, I was in Hebrews 8. Hebrews 8, verse 10. It says, because this is the covenant that I shall make with the house of Israel after those days, says Yahweh, giving my laws in their mind, and I shall write them on their hearts, and I shall be their Elohim, and they shall be my people. Okay, so we know if you believe in him, then the Torah that we trying to throw away all the time will be written on your mind and heart. Okay, 1 John. 1 John is my last one. 1 John 3 and 4. And everyone having this expectation in him cleanses himself as he is clean. And everyone doing sin also does lawlessness. And sin is lawlessness. Okay? And sin is the transgression of the law. So, y'all, these are just a few verses from the first covenant and the renewed covenant, y'all. This is how we must view Torah. This is how we must walk according to. There's plenty more, but again, Torah, the instructions of the Most High, is the first 5 books of Scripture, and it's important that we dive into those things and learn about what it says to do, because they're good for us. And I'm a living testimony myself. I have witnessed the peace and the joy that comes with keeping Yahweh's laws. And I'm not better than no other man. I have to repent just like every other man. Okay. But I don't want people walking around in ignorance, being ignorant to what the Most High says. Y'all, there is good things in what he says because it is healthy for us. And it is refreshing. So let's be obedient. Let's walk according to the Most High. Let's put our faith and our trust in him, and let's obey what he said, because the outworking of his law Our faith, our belief in him is perfected when we live out and walk out what he said. Okay, I love you all. All praise to the Most High, the almighty power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. His name is Yahweh. And glory to the King. Glory to the King. And all praise to the King, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. His blood was spilt on our behalf, and his resurrection is on our behalf. And now, because we are set free from sin, which is the transgression of the Torah, we can now live without sin. Not by our works, but by the power that is given to him by Yahweh, our almighty Savior. Thank you for listening. I pray that this blesses you. I love you all. Peace. Shalom.